Hello again, Wargamers. Welcome back to Wargame Culture. Today we are going to talk about Chainmail, the Osprey game Dragon Rampant, and the Solo Wargaming Guide by William Sylvester. Our friend Mr. Wargaming wants to run a solo wargaming campaign with Dragon Rampant. He's in the process of running one with Chainmail, and Dragon Rampant's army construction rules are a little more abstract than Chainmail are. And so, first of all, what I'd like to do is let Mr. Wargaming explain.
In games like Chainmail and a lot of the big battle games that specify out front, hey, one figure equals this number of guys, makes it very easy to track your rosters. Dragon Rampant, on the other hand, uses a vague notion of strength points. Let's take a look at how Daniel Mersey provides guidance right here on page 1 in the introduction. Let's see if we can get the focus there. I favor abstraction and stylization to facilitate quick and streamlined play. Well, I like the sound of quick and streamlined play. Battlefield confusion and chaos means you might not get to use every one of your units. Yeah, no, I get that. But wait a minute. That doesn't tell me how many guys are in each unit. And if you even go ahead and look at this, it's your army is built from a variety of units. It's written for war bands of 24 army points. And each of these figures, let's see, has 6 or 12 strength points, which may or may not be the figure. Oh my goodness, this is all so abstract. Am I doomed to play an abstraction like this? I can't accept that. I find it very hard to believe that there isn't some way to generate a map, the map of a world. Something like this. All right, here we are back to the Roman Empire.
So if I understand this correctly, a unit in Dragon Rampant consists of a group of men represented by a stand of miniatures with a variable number of models. And let's just say that that variable number is 12, which seems to be reasonable due to the fact that each stand has 12 strength points, which are used as a substitute for hit dice in an abstract way. There is no mention in the Dragon Rampant rules of how many troops are represented by each mini or each stand. So I would posit that we could certainly assume that each mini could represent 10 or 20 or 25 or what have you, actual men. Now, a Dragon Rampant unit of 12 models is assumed to be the standard, and they have rules for reduced numbers of models in a unit. Likewise, a chainmail unit of 12 models would also be able to take 12 casualties. Chainmail unit is assumed to represent 120 men in a 1-to-10 ratio. Therefore, in my opinion, we can certainly imagine that a Dragon Rampant unit representing 120 men in a 1-to-10 ratio as well. So this brings us around to the Solo Wargaming Guide, where you have settlements of different classes, A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on, that are able to supply a certain number of regiments or companies or numbers of men. And using the chainmail rules, you can recruit replacement troops from nearby settlements and or return short units to full strength or make new units. So for example, a nearby settlement of class D could provide 3 companies of 150 men each, and you could roll randomly to determine what kind of troops are available. For example, the city Davenport is a D-class town and has trained troops that could be for example, 150 light foot, 150 medium foot, and 150 light horse. And you would just make a note of this on Davenport's character sheet or in your notebook or on a note card. So, if during a battle your chainmail army suffered 6 casualties to a unit of light foot, that would equal 60 men. And you could recruit 60 replacement light foot from Davenport and use them to return you to full strength. This would leave 90 light foot in Davenport. Now, Solo Wargaming page 28 says it takes 1 month to organize, equip, and march replacement troops to the front. This makes managing the campaign using chainmail and Solo Wargaming Guide very straightforward and intuitive. Now for Dragon Rampant, we have that abstract of 12 strength points. So if we convert 12 strength points to 12 miniatures, and using a 1-to-10 ratio, that would be 120 men. And we've established that the Class D town of Davenport has 450 men available. Theoretically, these men could be divided into categories, completely independent of company sizing, and you would just assign a quantity of men, or if you prefer, divide that by 10 for strength points, and say that instead of 450 men, you would have 45 strength points, in which case the town of Davenport could provide 10 strength points worth of light foot, 10 strength points worth of medium foot, 10 strength points worth of light horse, 10 of heavy horse, and perhaps 5 strength points of elite riders. And that would total 450 points. Just like in the chainmail example, when your Dragon Rampant unit of heavy horse loses 3 strength points in a battle, these can be replaced by the men stationed in Davenport. 30 heavy horse, or rather 3 strength points, could report for duty 1 month after being mustered. I hope that was clear enough. Just replace the idea of 1 mini equaling 10 men with the idea of 1 strength point equaling 10 men, and that should solve the problem. So, Mr. Wargaming, I hope this helps. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or jokes, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to further conversation. Thanks, everybody, and have a great night.